Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution.
The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
While still there, oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And with that, we welcome you to People's Bank Park in today's doubleheader, the Revs and the Sugarland Skeeters following last night's rainout. Daryl Henry along with Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball, games number 75 and 76 of the season. Here today as we hit the air at the conclusion of our traditional Sunday morning St. Matthew Lutheran service on WOYK. Glad you could tune in. Revs have taken the field for today's Game 1. And Mitch Atkins beginning his warm-ups. Revs a 1-0 win on Friday night to start this series, and it ended a 2-game skid. It ended Sugarland's 7-game winning streak. And today trying to sew up a series win with this doubleheader on tap. Mitch Atkins going for an 8th straight victory, which would tie Therm's franchise record. And the Sugarland lineup for Game 1 brought to you by Flying Feet. Barrett Barnes in center field leads things off. Anthony Jansanti at second base is hitting second. Derek Norris, the DH, will bat third. Courtney Hawkins in left field is batting cleanup. Matt Chavez at first base hits fifth. Albert Cordero will catch and hit sixth. Slade Heathcott in right field hitting seventh. Juan Silverio at third base bats eighth. Alvaro Rondon is the shortstop hitting ninth. That lineup facing Atkins, who Michael has had one of the great individual stretches in Revs history. 7 straight wins, is one off the record as we mentioned. It ties the second longest streak in team history, also held by Therm, and the longest win streak by a Revs pitcher since 2012.
Mitch has been really fun to watch during this streak. It's all business, but he's having fun out there as well. But he knows how to go about his work, what he needs to do to get prepared for these starts, and he's just pitching with so much more confidence than he was early on in the season.
Well, we're ready to go. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch with Barnes in there. Here it comes. And it is right down the middle for a called strike. Underway at 12:03. We moved it up today with 2 7-inning games on tap, and the threat of rain today being worse later in the day. The 0-1. It is down low on Barnes, who leads things off, hitting at 244. And just 139 his last 10. He's been frustrated. We saw that Friday night. As Atkins grips it, delivers, and a swing and a deep drive to left field, way out of here. Leadoff home run over the arch nemesis toward the tree across the street, right over the 1741 club sign. And Barnes, on his 5th home run of the year, gives the Skeeters a 1-0 lead on the game's 3rd pitch.
That's one thing Atkins is prone to doing, giving up the long ball. It's the 12th homer he's given up this year, which ties him for most in the league. It's also 21 extra base hits now. So if there has been an Achilles heel, and it's mostly been early in the season, it has been leaving a couple pitches up in the zone and opponents driving him out of the park.
And perhaps the number of strikes that he throws, the number of four-seam fastballs that he throws, that might be the one negative that comes with that. Here's Anthony Jansanti, who takes inside. Skeeters, their league-leading 67th home run. The Revs are second with 63. Jansanti, the high Sox, he's hitting at 295. He swings at the next one and pops it up. Shallow center, Spoon coming in, both middle infielders out, and Casillas got it. Ranging out, makes an over-the-shoulder grab all the way out in center field. He went out to almost medium center to make that play, going with it the whole time. Nicely done for the first out.
And he had to be the guy there. It didn't look like Den or Spoon were going to get there, or they thought Alexi had it, or Alexi called it, but he knows how to make that play over his shoulder, reads it well, and helped out his pitcher right there.
Now here is Derek Norris, the DH, hitting at 250, 6 home runs. First pitch, swings and pops it up foul, backing out of play. He has hit just under 400 against York, but in recent games has struggled as well. 161 the last 9. Skeeters have been held to a 247 team average against York, but 5.5 runs per game. Pitch here is hit high in the air, deep left center. Dotel back on this, at the wall, it's gone. Out toward the playground entrance to the right of the arch nemesis. And Norris with his 7th of the year, his 2nd here at Peoples Bank Park. 2 of the first 3 hitters today have gone yard. And there is a breeze out to left field here on this cloudy day. And Sugarland a 2-0 lead on a pair of solo shots.
Definitely hurts, but the fact that their solo shots are okay. Just 2 runs, that's all it is. Yeah, they're loud home runs, and both smacked out to left and left center, but it's just 2 runs, that's all it is.
Now here is Courtney Hawkins, who's 2nd in the league in home runs. First pitch, he swings and misses on a cutter from Mitch. Hawkins hitting 268, 2nd in homers, 3rd in RBIs with 53. The wind, the pitch, breaking ball, it's a called strike. Last night, 2 of the games were rained out. Lancaster and Southern Maryland also washed out. There's the wind, the pitch, breaking ball, swinging a foul tip, scraped at the plate, 1 hop up, and Clark grabs it with the bare hand, but it was behind the dish and foul. And last night, the Road Warriors at New Britain won their first game of the second half, 1-11. Somerset won at Long Island 6-4 on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. 0-2 again, and it misses down low. The Revs enter play today in the Freedom, 2nd place, a game behind Sugarland, who's 7-4. Revs are 6-5. The wind, the pitch, swing and a miss. Got him on a high cutter. And Atkins, who enters play today 4th in the league in strikeouts, has his 68th of the year, 1st here in today's game.
It's a good pitch right there, cutter up and in. Not much you can do with that as a right-handed hitter, or any hitter really, but an inside pitch that Mitch got inside and up enough that Hawkins couldn't do anything with it.
Now Matt Chavez. Atkins on this 7-game winning streak, 7-0 with a 2.11 ERA. Last time out, beat Long Island last Sunday. Chavez swings first pitch, fouls it back upstairs. That was a 2-1 win. Last Sunday at home, he went 7, giving up 1 run. This is only his second appearance against Sugar Land. Did suffer a loss in Texas, really right before he went on this outstanding streak. It's the 0-1, and a fly ball off the end of the bat, sinking shallow right, and that drops in for a hit. Right off the end of the bat for Chavez, and he dumps it in front of Mitchell coming in. 2-out single. It's his 95th hit of the year, second most in the league.
Not doing too much right there. Chavez just goes with that pitch the other way. Mitchell's playing deep, so he couldn't get there in time. And you figure if he's playing a little bit more in, he races through that ball easy, but he was playing him a little deep, and that wind knocking the ball down a bit out in right center.
Now Albert Cordero, the hitter, batting at .282 with 9 home runs. Revs have held him to a 133 clip. He asked for time to do a little more work on the batter's box dirt. Atkins' first start against Sugar Land was the first one, or the previous one before this 7-game streak. He starts Cordero with a strike, outside corner. He is the K-man today. Switch hitter batting from the left. 2-0 Skeeters here in the top of the first. It is a 7-inning game in both. 0-1, and a swing and a miss. Cutter up, tied him up, 0-2. Revs in the home white. Skeeters are in their black with white and blue striped jerseys, the horizontal stripes on the lower half. Federico De Jesus behind the plate today. Warren Nicholson at first. J.B. Torres at third, the umpires. Here's the 0-2, and that misses high. Overall for Atkins, he comes in 7-3, 4.16 ERA, tied for the league lead in wins with 2 others. 5th in innings, 4th in strikeouts. Tied with Brooks Hall and Nate Reed of Lancaster for the league lead. The pitch, and it's lined the other way, base hit left field. Tried a backdoor hook, and Cordero was ready for it. Reached it and smacked it the other way, first and second, and the inning continues for Slade Heathcott.
Cordero is just able to flick his bat out there and send one the other way. The singles, that's nothing against Atkins. Just both guys going the other way on good pitches by Mitch. But the home runs, again, that's leaving the ball up in the zone a little bit. And in this park, you can't do that to right-handed hitters, but it's only 2 runs right now. Atkins knows how to work out of a jam.
First one to Heathcott is wide, ball 1. Atkins, over his last 5 starts, has allowed no more than 6 hits in any of those. They have gotten to him for 4 in the first today. Pitch is outside, it's 2-0. He was the first in the league to 7 wins. Reed and Hall have tied him here this past week. Heathcott today in his 8th game played with Sugar Land. 4 for 20 at the plate, hitting .200. Atkins stares. He's set. His 21st pitch is over for a strike, a cutter. By the way, 78 degrees at the start. Gray and cloudy. But we are underway with all of this rain that's come through. Weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Yesterday, it just never let up. There was no chance to play, and it's unfortunate because there probably would have been 6,000 people here last night, but those folks will be able to use those tickets to a future date. Did have Jamal Lewis here for the signing. The 2-1, and a swing and a pop-up. Again, shallow center. Denon Casilla out. Alexi calls. Alexi catches, going back in shallow center to end the inning. Skeeters do score the first 2, though. A couple solo homers. Total of 4 hits. 2 men left. We played a half inning, and it is the Skeeters 2, the Revs, coming up.
Show your patriotism and Revs spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Dale E. Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE Law.com. Join the York Community Courier on Tuesday, July 24th for Community Courier Night at the York Revolution. Watch your mailbox for the York Community Courier with a coupon for free admission and to find out how your donation to the York County Food Bank could help you win prizes donated by local businesses. You'll find the York Community Courier in the York County mailbox every week and online every day at townlively.com. The York Community Courier serves as your weekly community newspaper containing local news on community events, organizations, churches, weddings, engagements, and more. The York Community Courier and townlively.com are here to bring communities together to strengthen where we live, work, and play. We hope to see you at People's Bank Park on July 24th for Community Courier Night.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs come to bat. It's a 2-0 head start for Sugarland today. The Revs lineup brought to you by Flying Feet against left-hander Craig Sitton, who makes the spot start. The Revs with Jared Mitchell in right field leading things off. Alexi Casilla at second will bat second. Isaiah Tejeda will play first today and bat third. Malky Mesa, the DH, hitting cleanup. Wellington Dotel moved down to fifth. He's in left. Travis Witherspoon moved up to sixth. He's in center. Ryan Dent at shortstop bats seventh. Jose Cuevas at third will hit eighth. Tyler Clark will catch. And round it out. Sitting from the stretch, his first pitch to Mitchell is up and in. Mitchell up to 271 Friday night, on base all 4 times, 3 for 3 with the only RBI, a 7th inning, 2 outs, single to left. And a 1-0, and that's high and tight. His last 4 games, he is 9 for 16. His last 11 games, he's hitting .409 over that longer sample size. Sitting ready. The 2-0, and it's across for a strike, inner half. Sitting is 6'5", 190, tall, lanky lefty. Been in the bullpen the majority of the year. At the high socks today, makes him look even taller. The 2-1, and a swing and a broken bat, flare to third, caught in the air by Juan Silverio. And Sitton jams Mitchell, gets the little humpback flare to third for the first out.
Got really in on the hands right there, and Mitchell's not able to do anything with that. And Sitton's going to be tough. The Revs have seen him a couple times. Not a lot, though. It's a small sample size against him. But already down early, they're going to have to put something together.
Here's Alexi. He celebrated his 34th birthday Friday night. And he'll climb in, gets the dirt the way he likes it. He's 9th in the league in hitting at .310. First pitch, fastball. It's a called strike, taking at 89. Overall for Sitton, he is 1-0, a .389 ERA, 30 outings. All but 2 of those have come in relief. As of today, all but 3. He fires. It is down and away. 39 and a third innings, 44 hits, opponents 284, only 2 home runs. Only 7 walks, 30 strikeouts, 3 outings in relief against York, total of 2 scoreless innings. Pitch here is dribbled foul behind the plate, it's 1-2. What happened there, Michael?
Well, I dropped my spoon for my water ice later.
Right over the table it went.
Got it back, we're good.
Floor doesn't bother you?
I'll probably get a new one. It's probably a good idea.
Just throwing it out there for you. There's the 1-2. And a line drive to left center field toward the gap. That's down for a hit. Hawkins will chase it. It skips to the base of the wall. And he will air it out in toward the middle of the infield. It's cut off, and Alexi's standing at second with a double.
Following up with the double the other night down the right field line. It's good to see Alexi hitting for a little bit of power. Not homers right now, but two doubles already in the series, and really getting around on that pitch and taking it to the pull side off sitting.
And out Tejeda will get a chance. Albert Cordero will help out the hitters and kick some of that dirt away from home plate. Been a muddy mess the last probably more than 24 hours. Tejeda at first base today. And the first pitch, it is down low. Tejeda in 4 games with York so far this season. 7 for 15, hitting .467, a homer and a double. Friday night, first time he didn't have a hit.
Was robbed of 2, though.
That's right. It's the 1-0. And he swings, taps it off the plate toward third. He's got a chance here. Staying on the grass. It'll stop on the line. It's fair. Over on the third base line, just over halfway toward third. It stopped. And it stayed on the line. Tejeda's got an infield hit. Alexi moves to third. First and third. And how often do you see one of those fall off foul at the last possible instant, but it stayed on there.
Absolutely, and off the bat I'm thinking that's a knock, that's staying fair, but then all of a sudden it started to roll a little bit. It's when it hits the edge of that inside infield grass where it maybe can turn back foul, but it didn't right there. How about the Milkman up at the plate with 2 on, though? I mean, this could easily be a tie game of the Revs lead in no time.
Yeah, Melky in there DHing, and again, as of Friday, enough plate appearances to qualify for leaders. He's third in hitting, .330. Tops in slugging. First pitch, breaking ball, sits high. .535 slugging. He's got 10 home runs, 36 driven in. Revs down 2-0 in the first, but first and third with 1 out. And they set up in, sit in the pitch, got it in, but too far in, 2-0. As of Friday, Mesa had enough plate appearances, Carson had enough innings, and he no longer does, but maybe come his next start, he will again. He was leading the league in ERA for a day.
I'm sure he'll get back there.
Pitch is up high, 3-0, and Mesa today, little role reversal. He's being protected by Dotel in the order, who hits behind him. He's on deck.
And I like that, shaking up the lineup a bit for Dotel, who's been scuffling over his last 4 games or so. I mean, if they're hot, leave them where they are, and that's what Mesa's done, but moving things around now to get Dotel jump-started again.
Pitch here is over for a strike, 3-1. Revs trying to answer with at least something here in the first inning. York up to third in the league in runs scored as a team. And Sitton is ready. The 3-1. Breaking ball missed high and away. Bases loaded for Dotel. It's ball 4 to Mesa. And Wellington getting a big chance here. First, Corey Dommel, the pitching coach, will make a visit. Wasn't too long ago, the Revs were down around 7th or 6th in runs, Michael. They're up to 3rd entering play today.
It's great to see. They've done a great job manufacturing runs over the last few weeks or so. It hasn't just been them relying on the long ball, because in reality, aside from Mesa, Dotel, and Burgess when he's hot, this team hasn't hit a lot of home runs, so they've really done a good job manufacturing runs home. And this is exactly what the Revs wanted, to get in Sitton's head, make him throw a lot of pitches. Mesa saw 5. Casillas saw a few before the double, and then the middle hitter between them, Tejeda, the little dribbler. That's something that can really mess with a pitcher. And now Wellington Dotel a chance to make his former team pay, just like Grant Sides did, earning that save the other night.
And Dotel trying to snap out of a 1 for 18 in his last 5. Still 10th in the league in hitting, 302, 318 with York. First pitch, it is on the outside corner, perfect spot, strike 1. Sitting a part of a Sugarland staff that leads the league at 3.12 ERA, 2.39 opponent's average. Certainly Constellation Field helps, but they are good. The 0-1, it is down low. Sitton is in the rotation now. This is his 3rd straight start. Fellow lefty Ben Grissett departed for Mexico recently. Had some other turnover of late since winning the first half. The 1-1 and a swing and a foul tip. Glance behind home plate. His first 2 starts, he's gone 4 innings, 2 runs, and then 5 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned. It's against Long Island and the Road Warriors, respectively. Sitting the stretch. 1-2, and a foul tip to the backstop as Dotel able to get to a 91-mile-an-hour fastball down in the zone. Sitton's been as high as AAA in his career. He fires, and a swing and a foul tip. Dotel again gets just enough as he bounces it straight back. At home, sitting at 2.74 ERA, on the road 5.51. Been in the Rockies, Mariners, Giants systems, reaching AAA. He was at AAA Sacramento with the Giants last year. Former 7th round pick of the Rockies. Fires. It misses outside, 2-2. He's drafted out of Oregon State. Sorry, Michael.
Oh, Groves just said, great job by Dotel seeing a couple pitches. He's already seen 4. And with the bases loaded, it puts the pressure on Sitton.
He's ready. The 2-2. And a swing and a bouncer softly toward third. This one is foul, though. It looked pretty similar to Tejeda's infield hit off the bat, but foul by about 10 feet. Sitting from the state of Oregon, McMinnville. Went to Oregon State, which obviously has become a top baseball program. And they won it again this year, coming back from the dead. It's the pitch. And a foul off to the first base side over the roof. Heck of an at-bat here.
Sure. Well, and to your point about the Beavers, yeah, they were down to their last strike in the College World Series this year and made that miraculous comeback.
It's incredible. Watching it at Long Island when we were up there. The pitch, down and in, off the glove of Cordero, but Casilla took a couple of hard steps toward the plate. He'll stay there. Cordero blocked it toward the left, toward the third base side. Got most of it. He was able to head over toward the ball and keep his eye on Casilla the whole time.
You see Alexi waving his arms to keep himself back, hold him back there?
He is a treat. Feliz cumpleaños to him a couple days late.
See. 34.
Here's the stretch from Sitton. Pitch, swinging a ground ball, base hit, left field. What an at-bat. Casilla scores, everybody up a base. It's 2-1. Revs are on the board, and Dotel with a masterpiece at the plate in that at-bat. Kept fouling off tough pitches and cashes in on an RBI single to left field.
It's easy to hit with the bases loaded in less than 2 outs, but it's not a give-me. It's not one where the pitcher's just going to give in and the batter's going to be able to find the hole. You have to do it yourself, and Dotel, seeing a few pitches, fouling a couple off was big. Getting that timing down against Sitton.
He was due. Maybe that'll get him going again. It's a big hit right there. Here's Witherspoon. Loaded with a run home. Still only 1 out. 26th pitch of the inning for Sitton is outside. Witherspoon at 265 at the plate, 4 home runs. Both pitchers with long first innings. The Revs trying to get it right back for Mitch. There's the 1-0. It is over for a strike, a slider. Sitton was only at Oregon State for 1 year. That previously was drafted out of high school but went to college. He fires, and that misses away, 2-1. He's got a cousin that played in the NBA with the Mavericks for a year.
Who's that?
Charlie Sitton.
Okay, same last name. All right. haven't heard of Charlie.
Can't say that I have. That was back in the 80s. It's the 2-1, and it's fouled off, first base side. He played in the NBA the year I was born, so I didn't.
Probably didn't have his basketball card.
I didn't get to see Charlie at his best.
No.
Second cousin.
Okay.
Now Craig Sitton is ready. The 2-2. And it's down and in. Good eye from Spoon. After working him away, tried to sneak one in, but missed. It is 3-2. 30 pitches already this inning. And he can't make a mistake here, or the game will be at least tied.
Revs aren't helping out Sitton at all there. They're just taking what he's given them.
Pitch. Swing and a fly ball, shallow right. Heathcott toward the line, has to stutter step under it. Tejeda's going to try it. Throw in, rolls to the plate, and Tejeda slides across. 2-2. Great send from Polo on that shallow fly. Heathcott got off a dud on his throw attempt toward the plate, and now he's looking at the footing on that wet grass and right. The infield obviously covered yesterday, but the outfield took all of that rain. Sac fly for Witherspoon. We're tied at 2. Mesa goes to third on the play as well.
And Polo knows the situation out there, how wet it is, how deep that fly ball needs to be for him to send certain guys. He's an aggressive third base coach, and it's paid off a lot recently. And Tejeda doing a heck of a job to get back to that bag, go as soon as that ball was caught with the instruction from Polo, and not slow up.
So we are back to even. Here's Dent, first and third. First pitch, he swings, chops it high off the dirt at third. Silverio to his left, cuts it off, has the short throw to second to end the inning. But the Revs tie it up with 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 men left. We go to the second inning in game 1 of the doubleheader. It's a 2-2 score.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a Kona Ice birthday party at People's Bank Park. Parties include a 2-hour feast, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey, a ceremonial first pitch, and a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays in the Kona Ice birthday zone during a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
2-2 game going to the second inning here in game 1 this afternoon. Moved it up with the threat of impending weather later today, and perhaps it'll totally dissipate. Yesterday, unfortunately, a wash. First pitch of the inning from Atkins, a strike called on Juan Silverio, leading things off. Atkins had a long first, but the Revs forced Sitton to throw 32 pitches. 0-1, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. 8-9-1 due up. Silverio's second game played since signing. He debuted Friday night, 0 for 3. Atkins stares into Clark for the sign, setting up away, and time was called right as he started to step back. So we shall wait. Jonathan Sanchez in game 2 against Yasutomo Kubo. Pitch, and it's swung on, looped foul, out of play to the first base side. Skeeters, a couple of solo home runs off Mitch in the first, then 2 2-out singles. He fires, and a swing and a high fly golf to deep left center. Witherspoon chasing, and he will get there. His hat won't. Hat fell off, and he took an extra 4 or 5 steps and tracks it down in front of the track in deep left center. Had to go a long way, had him shaded the other way, but got there.
That ball hung up for a while, so plenty of time for Spoon to get over with his speed. No problem at all.
Well, maybe it is a good thing we started early, because Lancaster and Southern Maryland tried to, and they're already in a rain delay in Waldorf. Here is Rondon. Atkins pumps a strike over the outside corner. It was a 22 pitch first for Mitch.
Rough day down in Waldorf, I see.
Rondon at 283, the pitch. He swings, fouls it back, out of play. Yeah, on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Lancaster scoring for an early 1-0 lead. They also started at noon, but now being delayed. Lancaster won in extras on Friday night. Pitch. Swing and a pop fly toward the line and left. Long run, Dotel, and into the corner. It is foul, but he could not come up with it. He was at full stride out of our vantage point. Came close. Lancaster with that extra inning win on Friday night. They've won 3 in a row. Freedom standings very tightly bunched. Sugar Land up top, York 1 back, Southern Maryland 1.5, and Lancaster is within 2. Atkins fires, and it's in the dirt, appeal to third, no swing. Trying to get Rondon to offer on that hook in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2 game here in the second inning. And Atkins deals, swinging a foul back again. A lot of 2-strike fouls on both sides early in this game. Now ready again, the pitch. Swinging a line drive, pulled foul into the seats in right, just inside the railing in section 1. Rebounds out toward Tejeda at first.
Both teams knew it was a doubleheader today, so naturally they're going to run deeper counts in every inning, every batter. It's just how it goes when there's two games to play.
Now Atkins ready, delivers, and a swing and a dribbler up the middle. Dent lays out just past him, and it crawls into center. Seeing eye hit for Rondon on a soft grounder up the middle. That is Sugar Land's 5th hit. Great at bat from him. He's a 1-out base runner.
A heck of an effort from Dent up the middle. Now, if he dives and gets to that, I'm not sure he has any chance at Rondon busting it down the line either, but still worth the shot. And Dent's got some dirt on his uni now, so that one will definitely be in the washer tonight.
Here's Barrett Barnes, who homered on the game's third pitch. Throw to first, and Rondon dives back. There is some sun forcing its way through. We had pretty bright sunshine for a bit this morning, but cloud cover rolled through. Home run for Barnes is 5th. Mentioned how he's been frustrated, and the other night what led to that skirmish is Atkins fires over again, and there were no shoves or punches or anything, just jawing, but he didn't like the fact that Tejeda tagged him on strike 3, which is Tejeda's job, and he basically said, "Don't touch me." Throw to first, Rondon dives back. Tejeda basically said, "Don't talk to me like that." And out came everybody, and order was restored once Chong got onto the field.
It's usually how it goes.
Chong has a seat in the bullpen now. Atkins the pitch, and it's a little bit high.
His own seat down there?
Yeah, Barb brought a name tag just for him.
That's awesome.
Finally, he is graduated to having his own seat down there. Atkins the stretch. 1-0, runner goes, pitches high, Clark lets it fly, off Casillas' glove. Throw was a beauty, right on the money, but Alexi knew the tag was going to have to be quick, and he tried to catch it and snap it down on Rondon, and it just bounced off the tip of his glove. Good, clean, hard slide in from Rondon, didn't make that any easier as the two check on one another. Casilla fine, Rondon steals his 19th. They really almost had him.
That was a great throw from Tyler. Kept it low right on the bag, and it was such a quick release. It was almost like get up and flick of the wrist, it was down there.
That's incredible how quickly he can get it there. There's the 1-1. Swing and a pop-up at first. Tejeda right there. Barnes just walks away to the dugout. And Tejeda catches it over near the bag. As those two have, I guess, a little moment again with Barnes hitting it to him. And his frustration showing again. He walked away as soon as it left his bat.
Well, that storyline continues even if it's nothing major. It's just funny how those two have hit the ball to each other in the field after that skirmish the other night.
Yeah, Barnes dove and robbed Tejeda afterward Friday night. Here's Jan Santi, who waves and misses on a hook. 2 down in the inning, runner at second. Atkins trying to keep it tied 2-2.
We have to keep an eye on if Barnes walks or singles later in the game and he's on first over with Tejeda holding him on, how that conversation goes.
Here's the stretch, the 0-1. And a swing and a tapper to short. Dent will charge up. He gloves it, fires it off his right foot, and gets him at first. Scoreless second inning for Mitch Atkins. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-2.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate, selling at 3% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
As the Revs come to bat here in the home half of the second, Craig Sitton back to work. First pitch to Cuevas is over the outer half for a strike. Cuevas, Clark, Mitchell against Sitton, who they forced to throw 32 pitches in the first inning. In his first 2 starts, he's gone 45 pitches and 61. He deals. And a line drive, left side, base hit through the hole. He lined it off the dirt, and then it bounced on through, out of the reach of the shortstop, Rondon to his right. Cuevas with a base hit. He's got a hit now in 4 of his last 5 games and a leadoff base runner.
Quietly 4 out of the last 5 for Cuevas. And his role in this team is obviously shot up a little bit now that Wilson's gone, now that they did bring in Castillo to help the infield depth. But Cuevas is going to be the guy at third base. He'll also have a chance to fill in at short, I guess, if Dent needs a spell. But if his bat comes around, that's going to be a huge boost to the bottom of the lineup.
Here is Tyler Clark. He takes a strike down in the zone.
Here's a guy, Tyler Clark, who had that really hot stretch over about a week and a half span and hasn't struggled since. He's still getting base hits, but the gap and over the fence pop hasn't been there in a while.
The 0-1. Fastball leaves it upstairs.
And he also still needs to get back in that flow. He missed so much time on the DL, what was it, about 2 weeks or so?
Yeah.
Then didn't come back until after the All-Star break.
Enters play today, 208, 5 home runs, 345 against lefties. Pitch, swings and fouls it against the screen. There's a couple breaks in the cloud cover overhead, a little bit of blue. Between games, they just announced that they're doing the rescheduled candy drop, but if weather prevents the helicopter from doing it, they will drop it in another fashion and reschedule the helicopter again. Just been a bad weather season to this point. It's the 1-2, and it misses down and in. I would dare say the worst we've had.
Yeah. That's the worst I've been around for.
That's true. I hope it gets better for you. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Sitton got him with like a slider there. 1 down in the inning. It's his first strikeout. And back to the top, and Jared Mitchell. 2009 was a rough year with a lot of rain, but this year we had bitter cold early and rain way too often, then scorching heat. Pitch to Mitchell. It is a called strike, outer edge. And it's a shame. Last night would have been an absolutely huge night, but like we said earlier, folks with tickets from last night can still use those at a future date, exchanging those. It's the 0-1. And it misses away. I know we had a picnic or two that was rescheduled, and we still did have the meet and greet with Jamal Lewis, which I think people had a lot of fun with that. And by the way, between games, we will air interviews with both Mace and Jamal Lewis today. Pitch, it is off the plate away, 2-1 on Mitchell. So far from Sitton this inning, it's been all sliders away on Mitchell, the lefty. the only lefty that he'll face in the order. He came in on Mitchell, broke his back, got him to loop a line out to third in the first. The pitch swings and pops this one up. At first base, Matt Chavez creeps across toward the box in foul ground. He makes the play on it. And that is out number 2. 2-2 game here in the second inning, and with 2 down, Casilla coming up. Doubled to start the first inning rally, scored the first of the 2 runs last inning to even it up. Grabs a leadoff single from Cuevas here in the second. He still stands at first with 2 down. Sitting looks in and ready. First pitch, swing and a loop to shallow right, and that's in for a hit. Cuevas heading for third. Heath caught a much better throw, but it's late off the glove of Silverio, who at least knocks it down. Cuevas slides in, and Casilla with a base hit, looped the other way into shallow right. He's 2 for 2, and they're at the corners for Tejeda.
It's a big knock right there with 2 outs to go the other way and drop one in front. I'm surprised Heathcott didn't catch that. I'm sure he's still trying to get a read on the situation and how wet the grass is, but that's a ball that dropped right in front of him. I think he would have ran right through that. He catches it.
We saw the other night he plays shallow in right field as well. And really, Barnes in center does the same. Here's Tejeda. Infield hit and a run in the first. And a move to first base. Cuevas a hard step toward home, but Chavez keeps an eye on him. Tejeda now 8 for 16 since coming back with that infield hit in the first. A third base line hugger. There's the stretch. And now the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Perfect spot. It's a strike. Tied at 2. Revs looking to go in front with a 2-out threat. 0-1. And that's inside. Tejeda moves back. It's a couple of times today on big right-hand hitters where they've wanted the ball in, and sitting to his credit has come in and missed in, which is certainly what you want to do in this park. If you're going to go in, either hit the spot or miss. Don't leave it over the plate. Throw to first. Back again is Casilla. Leave it over the plate. It'll be turning into some damage in a hurry in this park with these hitters. Now ready. A 1-1 and a swing and a miss. Slider up and toward the outside. He's gotten a good number of swings and misses on that pitch, 1 and 2. As is signed from Cordero. Pitch, swing, and a high pop-up. Second baseman Jan Santi is out, walks back in toward the edge of the dirt, and makes the 2-hand grab to end the inning. The Revs threaten but do not score in the second. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We'll go to the third. Michael with the play-by-play. The Revs and Skeeters tied at 2 in Game 1.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Show your patriotism and Rev spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs and Skeeters tied at 2, top of the third inning from Peoples Bank Park. Michael Marcantonini taking over on the play-by-play for the middle innings. Mitch Atkins, who's looking for his 8th straight win, back to work. He'll face Derek Norris, Courtney Hawkins, Matt Chavez. 3-4-5 middle of the order for the Skeeters. Norris hit a solo homer his first time up. That followed up a Barrett Barnes solo homer to lead off the game. First pitch from Atkins, curveball in for a strike right in there. It's 0-1. So in the first inning, it went Barnes homer, then Jansanti popped out, then the Norris homer. And Atkins settled down after that, has not allowed a run since. The 0-1 pitch from Mitch. Fastball misses just off the plate, according to Federico De Jesus. It's 1-1. Revs got both of their runs in the bottom of the first as well. Wellington Dotel an RBI single to drive in the first. And Travis Witherspoon tied the game with a sac fly to right, scoring Tejeda. 1-1. Broken back grounder. Mitch fields it through his legs, comes up, throws short to first, but Tejeda right there to make the grab. 1 up, 1 down. A dandy of an out from Atkins. It was a broken bat slow grounder back to him, but he fielded it between his legs on his follow-through. And Norris is retired. Not only that, he'll have to grab a new bat next time up. Brings up the left fielder, Courtney Hawkins. Courtney hitting .268 with 15 homers and 53 runs batted in this season. He's been fantastic. Was in the Home Run Derby, was an Atlantic League All-Star this year. He takes a changeup inside, 1-0. He's had an excellent year his first year of independent ball after starting the year in April in the White Sox system at AA Birmingham. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball down the left field line, but that hook's foul. And the count's 1-1. Hawkins is 4th in the league with 128 total bases. His teammate Matt Chavez, who's on deck, only 2 behind him in that department. In home runs, he's 2nd in the league with 15, trailing just Blake Galen, who has 16. Atkins already has the first out here, the third. Now a hard hit ground ball foul down the third base line, just foul. Jose Cuevas making sure JB Torres got that call right. It counts 1-2. Game's tied at 2, top of the third inning of game 1 of this doubleheader. 2 sevens today. Revs got a 1-0 win Friday night, their 8th shutout win of the season. Dominic Severino went 5, then 4 relievers combined for 8 strikeouts and no hits allowed over 4 innings to finish it off. Both these clubs with winning records. Sugarland 7-3 in their last 10. The Revs 5-5 in their last 10. Overall, it's the Skeeters at 48-26. The Revs at 38-36. The 1-2 pitch, slider yanked into the seats, foul, and the count remains 1-2. After the rainout last night, the Revs stuck with their pitching rotation. Atkins game 1, Jonathan Sanchez game 2, but the Skeeters flip-flopped what they had planned on doing. Now Atkins readies the 1-2 to Hawkins. Fastball misses just off the plate. Clark held it, but no call from De Jesus. And the count goes to 2-2 with 1 out, no one on in the inning. It was originally supposed to be Yasutomo Kubo in this game, but they switched to Craig Sitton as Atkins misses low in the dirt. Count runs full on Hawkins. Kubo was originally supposed to pitch in today's game, just the Sunday game, and it was Kubo that was supposed to pitch last night, and it was Sitton that was supposed to pitch today's Sunday game. But so based on the schedule, it would have been Kubo game 1 today, Sitton game 2, but they switched it up. 3-2 the count on Hawkins. The pitch misses inside, ball 4. Atkins got ahead of Courtney Hawkins, but ends up walking him. Seahawks on base for the first time in this one. It's the first walk of the game issued by Atkins. That brings up Matt Chavez. He had a single the first time up. Revs and Skeeters tied at 2, top 3. Both teams got 2 runs in the first. Atkins has already given up 2 homers today, but both solo shots. He's now given up 13 on the season. That's tie for the league lead. But only 2 runs of damage. First pitch swing, and Chavez lines it past a diving Dent at short into left field, a base hit. Hawkins the second. Chavez is 2 for 2. Ryan Dent came inches away from seeing that ball in the mitt, but just couldn't make the grab. Lunging dive. He was shaded up the middle. If he's about a step or 2 over, that's right to him. Chavez continues his torrid pace at the plate. Another hit for him. Well, with 2 hits in this game, Matt Chavez now 96 on the year, trails just Jordani Valdespin, who has 107. Now with 2 on and 1 out, here's Albert Cordero, the catcher. He's back behind the plate again. First pitch swinging, fouls one off, out of play. It's 0-1. 2-2 the score, top 3. Derek Norris is this team's everyday catcher, but since the Skeeters locked up the first half title, Norris has been doing some DHing, got Friday off, and DHing again today. Pete Incaviglia trying to keep his backstop fresh, but Cordero, who's played a lot of infield, is listed on their roster as a catcher. Switch hitter batting left. Fastball misses high and away. It's 1-1. 11 hits already between the 2 teams in this game. 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Sugar Land. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Revs. Cordero is the K-man today. Atkins will look to get him for out number 2 of the inning. 1 out, runners at first and second. Pitch off the hands, fouled over the Skeeters dugout. 2 strikes on the batter, Cordero. It's 1-2. Cordero, like Chavez, also signaled his first time up. Skeeters got 4 of their hits in the first inning, 1 in the second, 1 so far in the third. 1-2 on Mitch, or 1-2 on Cordero. Mitch coming out of the stretch, waiting for the sign from Clark. Now he comes set. Clark setting up inside corner in the pitch. Fastball misses high. Clark out of his crouch to grab that one. Count runs even at 2. Slade Heathcott, left-handed hitting outfielder, waiting on deck. It's Hawkins at second. He walked. Chavez at first. He singled. And the catcher Cordero at the plate. Two and 2 the count with only 1 down in the inning. Clark sets up outside. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, outside corner. Mitch brought the gas right there, his 2nd strikeout of the afternoon. 2 down here in the third. Great pitch, great location. Tyler Clark, a good hold, setting up a good target for Atkins on the outer half. And the Revs do get the K-man. Mozzarella sticks for everybody. Now with 2 down, here's Heathcott. Hitting just 200 early on in his Atlantic League season. Just recently joined the team. The Skeeters had a need for an outfielder when Kyle Kubica, their everyday guy in right, who'd also play a little bit of infield, retired. Enter Heathcott. One of the better names now in the league is Slade. Swings at the first pitch from Atkins. Breaking ball. It's 0-1. 77 on the curve there. Slade Heathcott going on my all-name team for sure. You'll be sure to find that at the end of the season. I'll reveal that, but Slade will be there. 0-1 count. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Tie game, 2-2, top 3. Pitch from Atkins. Slider misses down and away. Count even at 1. A lot of cloud cover over the entire outfield beyond the stadium, but some blue skies behind it. Sun is out, at least for the time being. A couple dark clouds, a couple non-dark clouds. This one's fouled off. 1-2 the count now on Heathcott. Slade popped out to Casilla to end the first inning. Mitch will try to get him to end the third. A walk and a hit in the inning for Sugar Land. That's it. Atkins came back after allowing a single to Chavez by striking out Cordero swinging. Atkins set, Hawkins dancing off second. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, fastball up and in. Atkins 2 punch-outs in the inning, 3 in the game, and he strands 2. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for Sugar Land in the top of the third. We've played 2.5 from People's Bank Park. When we come back, we'll let you know who's up for the Revs in the bottom of the third. 2-2 game. Stick with us.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Bottom of inning number 3 from People's Bank Park. Michael Marcantonini with you on the call. Melky Mesa set to lead off for the Revs against left-hander Craig Sitton, who allowed 2 first-inning runs, but then worked around 2 Revs hits in the second to throw up a goose egg on the board in the bottom of inning number 2. And now here in the third, it's Mesa, Dotel, Spoon, 4-5-6. Mesa walked in a really good plate appearance his first time up. Mesa hitting .330 with 10 homers and 36 driven in on the year. .379 on base percentage to lead the team. He swings at the first pitch, shoots one out to short. Diving stop, Rondon, backhand, throw to first in time. Bang, bang play at first. Mesa's robbed of a hit. Alvaro Rondon, the shortstop, full extension dive to backhand that grounder in the 5.5 hole. Got up through to first. And Mesa about a step late to the bag. 1 out here in the inning. So a heck of a play from Rondon. Keeps the leadoff man off base. Web gem out there. Brings up Wellington Dotel at an RBI single his first time up. Dotel in left today. And the pitch. First pitch swinging. Shoots it out to right center. Barnes giving chase. Still going back. That one lands in front of the warning track. Cut off at the wall. Throw in not in time. Dotel pulls up with a stand-up double. Heck of a job by Dotel to go the other way there. And then both Revs to hit in the inning. Mesa and Dotel have swung at the first pitch. Wellington goes the other way. Mesa pulled it. Both hard contact. Ball off the bat didn't look like it had a chance to get out. It landed in front of the warning track. Barnes ended up cutting it off before it hit the right center wall. But it didn't matter. Dotel now 2 for 2, and looks like the move down in the lineup to the 5 hole instead of the 3 hole has done him some good. 1 down, man on second for Travis Witherspoon. Sitton looks at second, and the pitch. Spoon takes low, 1-0. 2-2 the score in the bottom of the third inning. Witherspoon tied the game at 2 with his sac fly to right in the bottom of the first. Isaiah Tejeda scored on that play, and it was a shallow fly to right, but Polo sent Tejeda an aggressive send, and it worked out. 1-0 to Spoon, change up down and away, 2-0. Now, it could be first and third for the Revs right now if Alvaro Rondon out at short hadn't robbed Mesa of the base hit. Either way, the go-ahead runs at second. Each team with 2 runs on 6 hits. Sitting another look at Dotel and the pitch to Spoon. That one called a strike 1. Witherspoon upset with it, has a couple words for Federico De Jesus. That's probably the same exact pitch as the pitch that was called ball 1 in the at-bat, but this time it's called a strike. And instead of 3-0, it's 2-1. Dotel a big lead at second. Jansanti out at second, trying to keep him close. Well, Sitton steps off and looks Dotel back. 2-1 the count. The third baseman Silverio near the line with the right-handed hitting Spoon. The shortstop Rondon is deep in the hole. And Spoon fouls one off the other way into the netting. It's 2-2. Jansanti's playing up the middle, but still on the right side of second base. Matt Chavez, the first baseman, is almost playing second base, way off the first base line. They're playing Spoon to pull. In the outfield, they're playing him straight away, but in. None of the 3 outfielders are deep, and all 3 have come a couple steps in. Spoon hitting .241 with 4 driven in over his last 10. The 2-2, swing and a miss, slider on the outer half. 2 outs here in the inning. So after the double from Dotel, Spoon got the count to 2-0, but then a tough strike 1 call that should have probably been 3-0. He ends up striking out. 2 punch outs in the game now for Sitton. Brings up Ryan Dent, the shortstop. Dent at .252 with 8 homers, 31 RBIs on the year. .211 with a homer and 5 driven in over the team's last 10. He's 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. 2 outs, Dotel at second. Game tied at 2, bottom 3. Dent takes the first pitch he sees for a ball up in the zone, 1-0. Derek Norris, the Skeeters DH, has gone down to the bullpen with a glove and a catcher's mask. It looks like the Skeeters are going to get somebody up throwing. No bullpen action for the Revs. Now Dent swings and taps one out to short. Rondon waits back on it, throws a strike over to Chavez at first, and the inning is over. No runs on one out hit, a Dotel double. No errors in the inning, and 1 left on. Take a break and go to the top of the 4th after 3 full. It's the Revs 2 and the Skeeters 2.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs and Skeeters knotted at 2, top of the 4th inning. Mitch Atkins back to work. Both teams got their 2 runs in the first inning. Each team also with 6 hits and no errors in the game. It's been a highly competitive series so far, especially this game. In game 1 of the series, the teams were Tied at 0-0 through 6.5 before Jared Mitchell's game-winning RBI single the other way with 2 outs in that game. Revs won 1-0. Now Mitch Atkins looking to get them another win. First pitch swinging, though, is Juan Silverio, and he sends one into left field, a base hit down in front of Dotel. A leadoff base runner reaches against Atkins for the second time in 4 innings now. Brings up the 9-hitter Alvaro Rondon. Rondon made an excellent play at shortstop, robbing Melky Mesa, the leadoff hitter for the Revs, in the 3rd of a single to left. Rondon full extension dive with the backhand and made a great throw over to first base. So he'll hit with the man on first and no outs. Game tied at 2. Pitch from Atkins. Bunt attempt popped up. Tejeda dives, makes the catch. He just barely avoids Mitch Atkins. The two looked like maybe an arm to a leg touch, but that was it as they avoid a worse collision. But Rondon pops up the sacrifice bunt attempt. Tejeda came out and caught the ball, then tumbled. Atkins, who was going for it, got himself out of the way, but now Mark Mason out to check on his starter, Mitch. After the play was over, Mitch Atkins stood up and put his hands on his knees, probably thinking, well, I just avoided a pretty big collision right there. And he did. Play where they easily could have banged shoulders, knees, head to shoulder, head to knee. That could have been ugly, but Tejeda, who lunged forward to make the catch and then roll, his momentum took him into the ground. Atkins had to avoid him. So Rondon pops up the bunt attempt. So now just a man on first and 1 down. Game's tied at 2, top of the 4th. Playing 2 today from Peoples Bank Park. Last night's game rained out, so a twin bill today. Now back to the top for Barrett Barnes. First pitch, breaking ball in for a strike. Good pitch from Mitch, working him backwards. Barnes homered to lead off the game. Solo shot over the arch nemesis. 2 batters later, Derek Norris hit a solo homer. Barnes up for the 3rd time now, popped out his last time up as Atkins moves over to first. Atkins set, looking over at first now a peak. Clark sets up outside, the 0-1 pitch, fastball fouled back. It's 0-2. Atkins gets ahead of Barnes now. See what he comes with 2 strikes. Way ahead in the count, 0-2. Doesn't have to give in. 1 out in the inning in a tie game. Barnes now 5 homers and 25 driven in on the year after the homer in the first. 0-2 pitch. Lined out to left. Dotel going back. Glove fake. It's off the wall. Digging for third is Silverio. Throw goes into third. Cuevas makes the grab, but because of that, Barrett Barnes is able to get to second base. We'll see if they score that a single and getting to second on the throw, or if they call it a double. Well, it is a single. So a single for Barnes, his 2nd hit of the day. Silverio read it well, knew it was going off the wall. Got to third base easily, and Dotel, bit of a mental mistake there. So that ball should have gone into second base. So a single and advancing to second on the throw is how that play was scored for Barnes. Now Paul Fletcher, the Revs pitching coach, out to talk to Atkins. Tyler Clark out there as well to chat. Revs infielders standing around, seeing if they'll be called into the mound meeting. Game's tied at 2, top of the 4th. Skeeters with 8 hits, though, already off Mitch Atkins. It's allowed 2 singles in the inning. Silverio and Rondon. Got Rondon to pop up a bunt for an out, sandwiched in between that. And now it'll be 1st and 3rd for Anthony Jansanti, one of the more dangerous hitters on this team. Jansanti, a .295 hitter this year with 11 homers and 34 RBI, 2nd on the team in homers. So he'll hit against Atkins, who has allowed opponents to hit .271 against him this year. Right-handers, not nearly as good as lefties. Righties .214, lefties .313, but right-handers have had the success for Sugarland here today. Infield comes all the way in. Jansanti takes the first pitch, fastball high for a ball. Everybody in the Revs infield is up, trying to cut this go-ahead runoff. Outfield remains back in their normal depths. Revs will try to keep Silverio at third. Now Jansanti takes a cutter on the outer half. It's 1-1. Revs and Skeeters tied at 2, top of the 4th. Jansanti, a bit of an open stance from the right-handed batter's box. A 1-1 pitch from Mitch. Slider misses high, 2-1. Atkins has a base open to work with, but he does not want to face Derek Norris with the bases loaded. It would set up the double play in the 4th at home, but Revs will take their chances with Jansanti right now. 2-1, here's the pitch. Pop up, shallow right field. Mitchell coming on towards the line. He won't get there, but it's foul. Just works out as a strike for Atkins, and he evens the count up at 2. Mitchell was deep in right field. He ran a long way over towards the Revs bullpen down the right field line, but couldn't get there. And that's a ball where if he gets there, it's out number 2, and the runner on third, Silverio, probably tags. Would have been a tough throw for Mitchell. 2-2 the count, 1 down. Runners at second and third. Infield in for the Revs. 2-2 ball game, top 4. Jansanti at the dish. Wind blowing out to left center. Mitch is offering fastball on the outside corner. Jansanti just flails at it. Nothing he can do with that. Looked like he was expecting something inside or a breaking ball and didn't get either. And the fastball on the outside corner gets Mitch out number 2 here in the 4th. 4th strikeout of the game, all swinging for Atkins. Now the Revs defense can move all the way back. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. Here's Derek Norris, the DH. Norris, 7 homers and 32 RBIs now after the solo shot in the 1st. Sitting 250 coming in. First pitch, fastball swing and a miss, outside corner, 85 from Atkins. Well, that might have been a changeup. Atkins went 7 innings, gave up just 1 run. It was a solo homer on 6 hits and with 4 Ks in his last start. That was a few days ago, July 15th against Long Island at home. That was last Sunday, actually, a week ago. 0-1, misses outside, 1-1. Silverio on third, Barnes on second. 2 outs in the frame. Game tied at 2, top of the 4th inning. Atkins just got a big strikeout of Anthony Jansanti, with runners at second and third and less than 2 outs. Now 2 outs in the inning. Look at third, now the pitch. Slider yanked into the left field corner. It's a fair ball. 2 runs will come in to score. Norris around first digging for 2. Here's the throw in from Dotel. Tag from Casilla, not in time. A 2 RBI double for Derek Norris. And the Skeeters take a 4-2 lead here in the 4th. Atkins was 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, but Norris hooked a slider down the left field line. It was just fair inside the chalk. Third base umpire J.B. Torres was all over that one down the line. And now Mark Mason's going to come out and take Mitch Atkins out of this game. 10 hits in the game for the Skeeters. They've been all over Mitch. So as Mark Mason takes the ball from Atkins, that will officially end the streak of 7 straight wins for Mitch. He cannot win this one. On the losing end as well. Has not lost a game since late May, but his win streak will come to an end. New pitcher into the game for the Revs. It looks like Joe Van Meter. We're going to take a quick break on the broadcast to let you know officially when we come back. It's the Skeeters 4 and the Revs 2 in the top of the 4th. Don't go anywhere.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back on the broadcast, top of the fourth inning, Joe Van Meter takes over for Mitch Atkins, who went just 3 2/3 innings. His line is not closed as he's responsible for the man on second, Derek Norris. And now Courtney Hawkins, first pitch swinging against Van Meter, shoots one foul into the netting in front of the Skeeters dugout. Quickly 0-1. Van Meter takes over after the Norris double. 2 extra base hits and 3 RBIs in the game now for Norris. He's 2 for 3. He's out at second with 2 down. Pitch to Hawkins, fouled right back to the netting. Hawkins is on Van Meter, but Van Meter ahead 0-2. So Atkins goes just 3 2/3 innings. He's on the hook for at least 4 runs, responsible for 1 more on base. So his 7 straight wins mark will come to an end. There will be no 8th win. 0-2 to Hawkins, popped up foul over my head in the press box, and the count remains 0-2. Atkins had not allowed more than 3 runs in a start since June 2nd. He has not lost a game since May 22nd, and he still could keep that streak alive. But he worked 6 innings or more in 7 starts this year. He will not get there today, and his win streak ends. 0-2 to Hawkins once more. Fly ball right center field and shallow. Spoon coming in, he was deep. Casillas out, and he makes the grab in shallow right center. So Van Meter does his job, comes out of the bullpen, retires the only man he faces to get Atkins out of the 4th. But 2 more runs come in to score for the Skeeters on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. After 3.5, it's the Skeeters 4 and the Revs 2.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Summer started off hot, and it's only going to get hotter at York Mitsubishi. Sales Manager Doug Sprankle here. Our Not a Zip Zilch program was so successful last month that we're keeping it going in July, making it even better. Remember, it's all about paying 0 finance charges over 72 months on new Mitsubishis, like the all-new Eclipse Cross, 7-passenger Outlander, and Outlander Sport. And just added on the Outlander and Outlander Sport an additional $1,000 in down payment assistance. Plus, no payments for 90 days. And don't forget about the great gas-sipping, best-selling Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid, rated at an amazing 74 miles per gallon equivalent. York Mitsubishi is still giving out top dollar for all trade-ins, and we want to approve everyone for credit. More stuff for less money and almost twice the warranty of the competition. It's only at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Come check us out at YorkMitsubishi.com.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Bottom of the 4th inning, the Revs trail once again in this one. Derek Norris, a 2-out, 2 RBI double down the left field line. The difference so far, Mitch Atkins was yanked from the game after the double. He went 3 2/3 innings, allowing 4 runs on 9 hits Struck out 4 and walked 1. Joe Van Meter got the final out of the inning to limit the damage. And now down by 2 in the 4th, Jose Cuevas, the 8-man, will lead things off against a new pitcher in the game for the Skeeters, so they will go to their bullpen as well. It's 6'2", 205-pound right-hander Mark Haynes. First pitch from Haynes to Cuevas way outside. It looks like that one slipped out of his hands. So Haynes takes over for Sitton, who goes just 3 innings. So he is not eligible for the win. Haynes, first time facing the Revs this year, a new addition to the Skeeters. Now he misses outside again. It's 2-0. 4-2 lead for Sugar Land, bottom 4. Jose Cuevas, Tyler Clark, Jared Mitchell, 8-9-1. Haynes, a native of Kansas City, Missouri. Previously, before joining Sugar Land, pitched with Wichita, the American Association. There's a strike on the outside corner. And the count evens up, or goes to 2-1. 9 hits in the game for Sugar Land. Atkins allowed all of them. Revs have 6 hits. Now a right-hander out of the bullpen for Sugar Land to face the righty-heavy Revs lineup. Now time is called by Jose Cuevas. Looks like he got something in his eye. He'll wipe his face with his jersey, and he'll get back in the box. 2-1 the count on Jose. Singled his first time up. That was in the 2nd inning. 214 hitter on the year. Pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Breaking ball looked like a slider from Haynes. Cuevas hitting just 158 with 2 driven in over his over the team's last 10 games. Been an up and down, injury-riddled season for Jose. Battled an ankle injury earlier in the year. 2-2 pitch from Haynes. Here it is. Fastball misses out, and the count runs full. So good job by Cuevas to see 5 pitches so far. Revs were trailing by 2 after the top of the 1st, but they got both runs back in the bottom. See if they can do that here in the 4th. Haynes set on the mound. Cuevas is ready. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball high, ball 4. The Revs have their leadoff man on for the 2nd time today. Cuevas has done that both times he's been up to bat. Leadoff single in the 2nd, leadoff walk here in the 4th. Now Tyler Clark, the Revs catcher, will come to bat. 208 on the season, but hitting 286 over the team's last 10. Still looking to work his way back from that thumb injury that forced him to miss 2 weeks on the disabled list. Came back right after the All-Star break, though. Haynes now set on the mound, out of the stretch. First pitch to Clark, fastball outside corner for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Tyler's been excellent defensively for the Revs this season. Looked like he had a runner thrown out earlier in the game at 2nd, but Alexi Casilla dropped the throw at the bag. Move over to 1st, diving back is Cuevas. 4-2 the lead for Sugar Land in the bottom of the 4th. Revs already playing in their 8th doubleheader of the season. This is game 1 of 2. Breaking ball misses inside to Clark. Count goes to 1-1. Clark loves day games. It's been really successful. Don't have the exact numbers day versus night for Tyler, but in Lancaster, hit his first home run of the season, a 3-run shot at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Has fared really well during day games recently as well. Back behind the plate today. The Revs are rolling with 3 catchers right now after the addition to Isaiah Tejeda. Clark and Cruz been here all season. 1-1 the count. Haynes peeks at 1st, and the pitch. Clark shows bunt but pulls back. The pitch was low. Forced Juan Silverio in at 3rd. He came charging in. Leadoff man at 1st is Cuevas. He walked. Saw 6 pitches in that AB. Revs would love to get Jared Mitchell up with 2 on. He's been red hot, but it's up to Clark to find a way on. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. Clark shows bunt again, but pulls back. And that one off the plate. And the count runs to 3-1. Doesn't seem that Clark is actually trying to lay a bunt down, but he's at least getting in the head of Haynes on the mound. Haynes, 9-year professional. All in the independent landscape. Man on first. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses low and away. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the inning for the Revs. Cuevas and Clark now on second and first respectively. And that does bring Jared Mitchell up with 2 on. Mitchell 0 for 2 with a line out and a pop out. Corey Dommel, the pitching coach for the Skeeters, out for a chat with Haynes. And now Cuevas will go chat with Polo at third. Clark over at first. He'll have Sandy to talk to. It's always a pleasure. 4-2 the lead for the Skeeters. Bottom of the 4th inning as Corey Dommel meets with the entire infield and Mark Haynes on the mound for the Skeeters. He'll head back to the dugout now. 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors for Sugar Land. 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Revs. More bullpen action down the left field line for the Skeeters. Derek Norris is set to warm somebody else up. Craig Sitton, the starter for the Skeeters, worked just 3 innings today. Gave up 2 runs, both of them earned. Jared Mitchell set to face Mark Haynes. He'll stay in the game. But a right-hander is getting warm down the line. It might be a lefty, actually. Looks like a lefty getting loose for the Skeeters. Runners at first and second with no outs for Jared Mitchell, who's been on an absolute tear lately. Team's hottest hitter over the last week. Haynes comes set, looks at Cuevas at second. First pitch to Mitchell. He shows bunt and pulls back because the pitch was low. Revs obviously trying to get in Haynes' head. Mitchell's 9 for his last 16 with 2 RBIs, 3 runs, and 6 stolen bases. Went 3 for 3 and drove in the game-winning run in Friday's win. Leads the Revs with 5 multi-hit games and 8 game-winning RBIs now on the season. Mitchell's the go-ahead run at the plate, the 1-0. Breaking ball misses low. Another pulled back bunt attempt. So the Revs are showing that Clark, the previous hitter, and Mitchell will drop down a bunt, but neither have. Quickly getting loose in the Skeeters bullpen is the left-hander Dan Runzler. He continues to loosen up. Haynes has not recorded an out here in the bottom of the 4th. Revs trail by 2. Tying run at first, go-ahead run at the plate. Mitchell swings and misses at a fastball up in the zone now. And the count goes to 2-1. We're 2-0 green light for Jared, and why not? He's raised his batting average 19 points since the All-Star break ended. He's at 271 coming into today. Second on the team with a 372 on-base percentage. Looking to get on for the first time today. Haynes set on the mound. Runners at first and second. Corners in for Mitchell. With a 2-1 pitch. A bunt attempt. It's a good one. Down to third. Silverio fields it. Throws to first. Chavez at the bag. 1 out, but Jared Mitchell lays down an excellent sacrifice bunt. Deadened it off the bat. It rolled out in front of Silverio at third. Deep enough that he had to field it, and the pitcher, Haynes, couldn't get to it. Mitchell doing a job. Cuevas gets to third. Clark to second. And now a base hit should tie the game with Alexi Casilla to bat. Casilla moves over to the left side with the right-handed reliever Haynes now on the mound. 4-2 lead for Sugar Land, bottom 4, and Casilla will not face Mark Haynes. Pete Incavili, a slow trot to the mound. And he's going to pull Haynes from this one. Haynes gets just 1 out. Faced 3 batters, walked 2 of them. And he will come out of this game. So the lefty, Dan Runzler, is the next man out of Sugar Land bullpen. The MLB vet who was with the Pirates just last season will come in. Time for another break on the broadcast, but the Revs are threatening. Go-ahead runs at the plate, tying run at second base with just 1 out in the 4th. 4-2 Sugar Land lead, but that might not be for long. Stick with us on the broadcast.
Rudders has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Join the York Community Courier on Tuesday, July 24th for Community Courier Night at the York Revolution. Watch your mailbox for the York Community Courier with a coupon for free admission and to find out how your donation to the York County Food Bank could help you win prizes donated by local businesses. You'll find the York Community Courier in the York County mailbox every week and online every day at townlively.com. The York Community Courier serves as your weekly community newspaper containing local news on community events, organizations, churches, weddings, engagements, and more. The York Community Courier and townlively.com are here to bring communities together to strengthen where we live, work, and play. We hope to see you at People's Bank Park on July 24th for Community Courier Night.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Michael Marcantonini back with you on the broadcast. New pitcher in the game for the Skeeters in the bottom of the 4th inning with 1 out. Dan Runzler. He'll inherit runners at 2nd and 3rd, and the switch hitter Alexi Casilla at the plate, now batting right. He was going to bat lefty against the right-hander Mark Haynes, who was previously in the game, but Haynes pulled after just a third of an inning. The only out he got was on Jared Mitchell's sac bunt after allowing Cuevas and Clark to reach on walks to start the inning. It's Cuevas at 3rd, Clark at 2nd with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Revs trail the Skeeters 4-2. Skeeters got 2 in the top of the 4th. Revs looking to answer back. Corners in against Casilla. First pitch slider in for a strike. Runzler gets ahead 0-1. Runzler 3-1 with a .399 ERA in 33 appearances over 29 1/3 innings of work. Opponents hitting .283 against him. 33 strikeouts, 16 walks. The 0-1 to Casilla, fastball misses way high, and the count evens at 1. Cuevas did an excellent job seeing 6 pitches against Haynes to start the inning. Clark then worked a walk. Neither really got much to hit, and Mitchell didn't get anything to hit either, but laid a good bunt down. Casilla takes a fastball outside corner for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. 4-2 lead for Sugar Land. The Revs threatening again. They answered in the first inning when Sugar Land got 2 to tie the game. They could do it again here. Sugar Land already on its 3rd pitcher. Casilla chops one down the 3rd baseline, backhanded by Silverio. Throws to first, and that's out number 2. Cuevas couldn't break for home. He had to retreat to 3rd base, so an unproductive out there for Alexi Casilla. Haynes didn't give up any runs, but he is on the hook for the 2 that are on base right now. His line is not closed. Runzler does a good job to get inside on Casilla, and now Isaias Tejeda will hit. Tejeda 7 for 15 coming in, now 8 for 17 this season as a Rev. Was robbed of 2 hits last time, so he could easily be 10 for 17. Bad call. Took a hit away from him, and a diving grab in center took a hit away from him last game. As he takes a ball outside. The count goes to 1-0. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Tying run at 2nd. 4-2 lead for Sugar Land, bottom 4. 2 outs in the inning. Dan Runzler looking to get out of the jam. And the pitch, strike on the outside corner to Tejeda. Runzler was allowing opposing right-handed hitters to hit .286 against him. A little interesting to see Pete Incaviglia go to a righty against a switch hitter and a right-handed hitter. The slider misses loaded to Tejeda. It's 2-1. Normally the percentages would tell you to go to a righty, but Casilla, a better hitter from the left side. I'm sure Incaviglia just wanted to flip him around. 2-1 pitch to Tejeda. Popped it up right side of the diamond, shallow right field. Coming on is Slade Heathcott. He makes the grab on the towering fly ball, and the inning is over. So Dan Runzler comes in, faces two batters, gets them both out. Mark Haynes off the hook. Revs get 2 on, no runs on, no hits, no errors, but they leave 2. And after 4 full, it's the Skeeters 4 and the Revs 2.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Top of the 5th inning from Peoples Bank Park. Joe Van Meter stays in the game for the Revs. He got the final out of the 4th inning in relief of Mitch Atkins. Got Courtney Hawkins to pop out to Alexi Casilla in shallow right center for the final out. It's the Skeeters 4 and the Revs 2, top of the 5th inning. Matt Chavez, Albert Cordero, Slade Heathcott. 5-6-7 for Sugarland. They took a 2-run lead in the top of the 4th after Atkins allowed a 2-out, 2 RBI double. Derek Norris down the left field line. That's the difference right now. Each team got 2 runs in the first. Nothing for either team in the 2nd or 3rd innings. Sugarland 2, the Revs nothing in the 4th. So now it's 4-2 as Chavez, who's got the average over 330 on the season, swings at the first pitch and chops one foul. Van Meter stranded Norris at second to get out of that 4th inning. And he'll get at least this inning to work. Revs into their bullpen early once again. Sun is pretty much all gone here in downtown York. Cloud cover, but no rain. Dark clouds, though. On the 0-1 pitch, Chavez fouls it off over the Revs dugout. It's 0-2. 4 runs on 9 hits in the game for Sugarland. 2 runs on 6 hits for York. Middle game of the series, first game of the doubleheader. Revs a 1-0 win on Friday. A signature win. The game was tied in the bottom of the 7th before Jared Mitchell untied it. Revs held on. Chavez swings at the 0-2 and fouls that one off as well. So he's seen 3 pitches and fouled all of them off. And we'll do the 0-2 again. Van Meter on the season. Get you the numbers on him in just a second. He started and come out of the bullpen, back in the bullpen now. On the 0-2 pitch to Chavez, fouled off again. 4 pitches, 4 foul balls. And the count remains 0-2. Joe is 2-3 with a 5.10 ERA in 19 appearances, 7 games started. Started the 2nd game of doubleheader in Lancaster this past Wednesday. Was yanked from that game early, but got a no decision. 47 2/3 innings on the year for Van Meter. 47 strikeouts, 13 walks. Opponents hitting .330 against him, however. Now he misses upstairs with it. And the count goes to 1-2. Van Meter struggled early in the season last year. The numbers were not great, but the second half of the season, he was fantastic. Got on a roll and was one of this team's best relievers. Van Meter, the 29-year-old, originally drafted by the Rangers in 2010. Misses with a changeup inside there, and the count evens up at 2-2. Last season for the Revs, 55 games, 1 start. 4-2 with a 2.75 ERA, struck out 64 batters. Allowed only 45 hits in 63 innings. Well, the hits have been the problem this year. He's allowed 66 hits in only 47 2/3. The 2-2 pitch, chop foul. Chavez fouls it off his foot. He'll drop the bat and try to walk it off. It's the Skeeters 4 and the Revs 2, top of the 5th inning. Joe Van Meter trying to get the leadoff man Chavez, but he's been pesky. Van Meter had 64 strikeouts and only 23 walks last year, some good numbers. 63 innings that Van Meter threw were the most that he's logged since 2012 in the Rangers system. Last year, after the All-Star break, Van Meter was excellent. He lowered his ERA from 4.71 at the All-Star break to 2.57 by the end of the regular season. At one point, had 12 consecutive appearances with at least 1 strikeout. 2-2 pitch coming up to Chavez. Van Meter set on the mound. It's been a long at-bat. And the pitch from Joe. Fastball just low. Not sure where that one missed, but it did miss. And the count runs full. Van Meter was 3-0 in 7 appearances for the Perth Heat of the Australian Baseball League over the offseason. Getting a taste of some winter ball out in Australia. Back for another year in York. The 3-2 pitch to Chavez. Hard hit ground ball up the middle. Dent dives to his left, comes up, throws to first, picked in the dirt by Tejeda. A dandy of a play by Ryan Dent right there. 6-3 on the putout. A web gem from Dent, robbing Chavez of his 3rd hit of the afternoon. Isaiah Tejeda, a heck of a pick at first base. Doing some dirty work there, but Ryan Dent, speaking of dirty work, he's gotten dirty a couple times today. This time, came up with that ball up the middle, got up quickly, made a great throw to first. When I say great throw, the pick was easy for Tejeda. It was in the dirt, but it was one where Tejeda didn't have to scoop. It was an easy pick. Now 1 out in the inning. Here's the catcher, Cordero. First pitch swinging, he pops one up, foul out of play. Van Meter 2 up, 2 down for him. It was a heck of a battle with Chavez, but he got the better of it. Another pitcher warming up in the Skeeters bullpen. It's right-hander Alex Wimmers. Well, the 0-1 to Cordero. Fly ball down the left field line. Dotel giving chase, but that's well out of play, foul. Onto the concourse, down and left. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning, no one on, thanks to an excellent play by Ryan Dent up the middle, robbing Matt Chavez of a knock. Now Van Meter ahead 0-2 on Cordero. Joe comes set, taking his time. Clark sets up low. And the pitch. Fly ball out to right center field. Mitchell going back. And that ball is not coming back. A solo homer out to right center for Albert Cordero. His 10th of the season, give him 41 RBIs now as he takes Van Meter deep. 3rd solo homer of the game for Sugarland, but the silver lining to that for the Revs, it's that all 3 have been solo shots. It's not like these have been 2 or 3 run homers and have put the game out of reach. The game's still only 3-run lead for Sugarland, but the long balls have been an issue. Van Meter serves up the tater there. 4th homer and 21st extra base hit he's allowed this year. And that'll be it for Joe. Mark Mason out to the mound. He'll take the ball from Van Meter. And he will go to the bullpen. Don't see yet who's coming in. Still waiting for... Oh, we got new pitcher's already on the mound. And we'll let you know who that is when we come back. But we'll take another quick break on the broadcast. Skeeters lead 5-2, top of the 5th. Stick with us.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
New pitcher into the game for the Revs is left-hander Mike McGee, making his second appearance of the season. Made his season debut in Lancaster a couple of days ago. His home debut now. He starts off, first batter he sees Slade Heathcott with a strike, 92 miles an hour from McGee. Live arm from the left side, 25 years old. Pitched collegiately at the University of Buffalo. Now the 0-1 pitch, here it is. Fastball line right back up the middle. McGee almost had his glove taken off, lost his hat on the play. So on the second pitch Heathcott sees, he deposits it back up the middle. So McGee is not able to retire the first batter he faces. Clark wanted that one a little lower than it ended up being. And now with one out and a man on first, here's Juan Silverio. Joe Van Meter exited the game after getting just 2 outs, but he got the final out of the 4th to get out of a jam, then got the first out of the 5th before the solo homer to Cordero. A shot to right center. 5-2 Skeeters, top 5. Here's McGee's pitch, misses inside, ball 1. McGee from Delaware County, Pennsylvania, Drexel Hill, PA native. Went to Upper Darby High School. Now the pitch, fastball misses way inside there. McGee's hat coming off his head. 94 miles an hour on the gun, though, from McGee. He throws pretty dang hard from that left side. Left to work with a man on first now. That's Heathcott. 1 down in the inning. 11 hits now in the game for Sugar Land. They've hit the cover off the ball. McGee looks at first. Now the pitch. Fastball way inside. And the hat again falls off. That was an issue for James Pugliese over his first few outings this year. And looks like Mike McGee does not have a hat that fits him either. He's missed inside the last 2 pitches. Maybe trying to overthrow it just a bit. Silverio got his first hit of the season his last time up. This just his second game. There's a strike over the heart of the plate. Made his season debut for Sugar Land in game 1 of this series on Friday night. Was 0 for 3. 1 for 2 today. Scored a run in the 4th. Just McGee's second appearance of the season. Went 1 1/3 innings. Gave up a solo homer to Blake Galen in the final game of that 4-game series. And now he walks the second batter he faces. Silverio down to first on the free pass. Still 1 down in the inning. Runners at first and second. 5-2 lead for Sugar Land, top 5. And here's the 9-hitter Alvaro Rondon. The Revs threatened early in this game against starter Craig Sitton. They got 2 in the first, but they left 2 on. The Revs also left 2 on in the 3rd against Sitton. Only were able to cash in on 2 runs. First pitch to Rondon. Slider that starts inside but breaks back towards the inside corner, but it's a little bit inside. Called a ball. 1-0. One down in the inning. Third baseman Cuevas up on Rondon. Heathcott at second. Silverio at first. The pitch. Flip foul out of play. Another fastball in on the hands. 94 again from McGee. McGee's previously spent some time in the Cincinnati Reds organization. Was with the Billings Mustangs, rookie ball. Comes to the Revs after starting the year in the U.S. PBL with the West Side Woolly Mammoths. Made 11 appearances there over 11 1/3 innings. 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses high and away. Struck out 18 batters and only allowed 7 hits in his time in the U.S. PBL. Had some pretty good numbers in that younger independent league. A look at second, a check on first. The 2-1 pitch, slider misses high and tight. McGee not finishing his pitches much. Some late break, but not following through as much as he could be. McGee had a 2.38 ERA, 1-0 record, 1 save in the U.S. PBL with West Side. 3-1 pitch, fastball skips to the backstop. Ball 4, way inside. Mike McGee is having some trouble here on the mound. He's loaded the bases. Single walk. And now Paul Fletcher out for another visit. Fletch and Mace wearing out a path to the mound today. I believe this will be Fletch's second time out. Mace has already been out twice. This might be Fletch's third visit. No, it is Fletch's second. Mace has been out 3 times. Twice to take a pitcher out and once to check on Atkins to see if he was okay after a near collision with Tejeda earlier in the game. Now Federico De Jesus will break up the meeting on the mound. 5-2 lead for the Skeeters, top of the 5th. They have 1 run in the inning on the Cordero solo homer to right. Revs will get James Pugliese up in the bullpen. Mike McGee has faced 3 hitters. He's gotten none of them out. Has the makings of a short outing for Mike. Joe Van Meter got the first out of this inning before giving up the homer. Now the first pitch from McGee, slider in the dirt, blocked by Clark. It's Barrett Barnes, the leadoff man, back at the dish. Barnes, a single and a run scored his last time. He singled off the arch nemesis, a solo homer in the first. Three-run lead for the Skeeters. McGee looking to hold that as he misses inside with the fastball. It's 2-0. McGee set. Here's the 2-0. Fly ball out to left center field. Dotel giving chase, but that ball is way out of here. A grand slam for Barrett Barnes. His 3rd hit of the day, 2nd homer. Give him 5 RBIs. And this one is completely broken open now. A 9-2 lead for the Skeeters. As McGee serves up the long ball. It's been single walk, grand slam against McGee. Not a good outing for him. All 4 come in to score. A slam for Barnes. 4th homer that the Revs have allowed in this game. It's the 2nd grand slam the Revs have allowed. 2nd to Sugarland. Cordero had one on July 3rd here. Now Anthony Jansanti tries to keep the line moving. McGee does get a first pitch strike over to him. The count is 0-1. Only the 2nd hitter that he's been ahead of McGee. Barnes circles the bases. 9-2 lead for Sugarland. Give him 12 hits in the game. 4 of them home runs. The first 3 were solo shots, but that grand slam right there, that hurts. Barnes now 5 RBI on the day. McGee Misses, and the count is 2-0 on Jan Santee. Well, this inning has gotten away from the Revs. 5 runs in the inning. All have come in to score on home runs. And McGee just trying to weather the storm. 2-1 pitch, skips by to the backstop. It's 3-1. The Revs have now allowed 4 home runs in a game. It's the most this season they've allowed. The previous high was 3. They did that twice. Home runs in an inning. They've now given up 2 home runs in an inning twice this game. They'd only done that once, or a few times before. They'd only given up 1 in an inning before that, I should say. And that'll be ball 4. So Jan Santee walks. Can't imagine Mark Mason's going to wait much longer to get Mike McGee out of this game. He's faced 5 hitters and has retired none of them. And here comes Mace out of the dugout. Like I said, wearing a path out today, him and Fletch. So McGee faces 5, gives up the grand slam as one of them. He's responsible for the man on first. It's a 9-2 lead for the Skeeters in the top of the 5th. They have 5 runs already in the frame. The Revs have just 1 out. James Puglisi will come into the game, 4th pitcher and 3rd reliever of the inning. 4th pitcher in the game, 3rd reliever this inning for the Revs. Mace will take the ball from McGee. We'll take another quick break on the broadcast. When we come back, we'll let you know what's going on. 9-2 Skeeters lead. Stick with us.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Back on the broadcast, still the top of the 5th inning. 3rd pitcher used by the Revs here in the 5th inning alone. 4th in the game as James Puglisi takes over from Mike McGee, who did not record an out, faced 5 hitters, has given up 4 runs. He gave up a grand slam to Barrett Barnes before walking Anthony Jan Santee with 1 out. Still 1 out in the inning. And Derek Norris, who's homered and doubled and driven in 3 runs in the game, comes to bat. First pitch he sees is a ball low and outside, 1-0. Jan Santee on first with 1 down. 9 runs on 12 hits in the game for the Skeeters, 2 runs on 6 hits for the Revs. A lot of season high is being set against the Revs here today. Norris takes low and outside, 2-0. The Skeeters have 4 homers in the game. That's the most the Revs have allowed in a game this season. They have 2 homers in an inning twice today. It's a season high. They have 5 extra base hits so far in the game. The high against the Revs this year is 6. That was back on May 2nd. Now Norris dribbles one back to Puglisi. He goes to second for the first out. Over to first, a double play. 1-6-3 double play gets James Puglisi and the Revs out of what was a brutal top of the 5th inning. The Skeeters score 5 times on 2 homers, a solo shot, and a grand slam. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Revs trailing 9-2. Don't go anywhere. You're listening on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Show your patriotism and Revs spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the inning, number 5, Melky Mesa set to lead off for the Revs. A big deficit now for York. They trail 9-2 over the Sugar Land Skeeters in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Both 7-inning games. Game 1 has not been kind to the Revs so far. Doubleheaders, in fact, have not been so kind to the Revs. They're 1-3-3 in Twin Bills this year. They've swept 1, they've been swept in 3, and they've split 3. 1-2-0 at home in doubleheaders. First pitch to Mesa is a fastball over for a strike. New pitcher into the game for the Skeeters is right-hander Alex Wimmers, Cincinnati, Ohio native. Started the year the Marlins at AAA New Orleans. 0-1 to Mesa, flip foul out of play. It's 0-2. Wimmers, the 4th pitcher used in this one by the Skeeters, but their relievers have had some more success. Dan Runzler, the final 2 outs, straining runners at 2nd and 3rd in the bottom of the 4th. Revs a missed opportunity. Now Mesa flails at a changeup low in the zone. Strike number 3. A punch out for Wimmers. Just the 3rd strikeout in the game for Revs pitchers, or Skeeters pitchers. But they've gotten the job done when called upon. Sitton was ineffective, the starter. Haynes only got 1 out in relief, walked 2 before he was yanked, but Runzler was good. Dotel sees a slider for first pitch strike. It's 0-1. 1 out in the inning, no one on. 9-2 Sugar Land lead, bottom 5. Now Dotel taking all the way, takes strike 2. I don't know if he wanted time there or just wanted to see another pitch, but it's 0-2. Big open stance for Dotel. Wimmers back to work quickly. Here's the pitch. Hard hit chopper up the middle. Rondon won't get it. It's into left center, a base hit. Wellington Dotel, a patient approach. Was not up in the box long. He saw 3 pitches, but Wimmers was working so quickly, he barely had time to react. But 3 for 3 day for Wellington Dotel. After a 1 for 20-some stretch over his over his last 4 games, Dotel is heating up. For Dotel, that's his 4th 3-hit game of the year, 24th multi-hit game. He leads the Revs today with 3 knocks. Alexi Cassie also has 2. Well, here's Travis Witherspoon with 1 down and a man on. Spoon takes a strike over the heart of the plate. It's 0-1. Revs 7 hits in the game now, but just 2 runs to show for it. Spoon, a .265 hitter on the year, 4 homers, 16 driven in. He's driven in 4 over the team's last 10, has a sac fly today. He swings and misses at a changeup low and inside. The count goes to 0-2 on Spoon. 9-2 lead for Sugar Land. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Dotel on first after the knock up the middle. Wimmers set. Cordero sets up outside the pitch. Fly ball, deep center field. Barnes a couple steps back. He makes the grab. The ball died in the wind. Off the bat, it looked like it had some more carry than it actually did. Wynn keeping that one down. A fly out for Spoon. Here's Ryan Dent, who made an excellent grab up the middle to record the first out of the 5th, and then was involved in the double play to end the 5th. 4 homers in the game for the Skeeters, 3 solo shots and a grand slam. Barrett Barnes a multi-homer game. 25 total bases in the game for the Skeeters so far. That ties a season high that was done twice previously against the Revs this season. Dent takes low and away. And Sugarland still has 2 more at-bats to go. They get 1 more hit, they will break the season high in total bases against the Revs, right now tied. They have 5 extra base hits, 1 away from tying season high against the Revs. Now Dent laces one out to third. Silverio has it though on the backhand, throws to second for the force out, and the inning is over. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on for the Revs in the bottom of the 5th. It's been a quiet one offensively for the Revs since the 1st, and after 5 full, it's the Skeeters 9 and the Revs 2. Darryl Henry taking back over on the play-by-play when we come back.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia. NMLS ID 2925. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal housing lender.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
James Pugliese back on for the 6th inning. His first pitch, a swing and a miss by Courtney Hawkins, who chased a fastball up. 9-2, Sugarland leading. 9 unanswered, blew it open with 5 in the 5th. Here's a foul tip. Oh, man. DeJesus, the plate almost caught by Tyler Clark as Hawkins took a big whip at that, and it deflected off the plate face mask, then back to the backstop. Clark, a good partner in crime back there, was ready to catch DeJesus if he fell into him. But he'll walk it off. Appears to be no worse for wear. 0 for 2 on 0-2 on Hawkins. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball tailing in. Tied up Hawkins, who couldn't get any extension on that. 1 down. And Pugliese has gotten 3 outs from 2 batters faced. A double play to end the 5th. And now a strikeout of Hawkins on 3 pitches to begin the 6th. There is Matt Chavez, who's 2 for 3. And robbed on a great play by Dent in the 5th inning, and then Tejeda handling a 1-hop throw. First pitch is a curveball. It's a called strike. And Chavez looked a little gimpy coming back toward the dugout on that, but has stayed in. Pugliese fires. And a swing and a miss. Change up down low. No balls, 2 strikes. Pugliese was last in on Wednesday night in Lancaster. Really good 10th inning, then suffered the loss in the 11th, but that was a short porch clip shot home run, so almost can't even look at that. Here's the wind, the pitch, and just missed away. A cutter. You can hear DeJesus say that's away. Comes right on top of it. Close. Great spot just off the corner. Game 2 today, Jonathan Sanchez against Yasutomo Kubo. And the 1-2. Swinging a rip left side. A base hit for Chavez. He is 3 for 4. Skeeters with their 13th hit. They've had at least one in every inning. Pugliese ahead of him there, but just left that changeup up and over the plate. Not the put-away pitch that he wanted that one to be when it left his hand. And here is Albert Cordero. He's got one of the 4 Sugarland home runs. The biggest day belongs to Barrett Barnes. He's got a grand slam and a leadoff home run in this game and a double, and has driven in 5. Derek Norris has driven in 3. Pitch to Cordero is swung on, fouled away, left side. Cordero 2 for 3. Home run last inning, a solo shot to right center. And that gave him double figures for the year, 10. New career high for him. Previously hit 8 all the way back in 2010. The pitch. Swings and lines it right field. Mitchell in, goes into a slide, and it skips off of his glove. Cordero trying for 2. Throw in is cut off by Casilla. It is a double. And Cordero has his 3rd hit. Mitchell tried to slide in front of that and make the play, but sinking line drive got down just in front of him. Chavez goes 1st to 3rd on it. So now Sugarland has 3 batters with 3 hits apiece. Barnes, the biggest day, like we said, but now Chavez and Cordero back-to-back in the order as well. Here is Slade Heathcott. He's 1 for 3. Singled and scored last inning. As some sun forces its way through the cloud cover again, brightening a little bit. First pitch is fouled back against the netting. The anticipated potential difficult weather seems to be getting pushed back timing-wise a little bit, so that's good. The initial wave that they were looking at is kind of broken up. Pitch is right down the middle. Fastball, strike 2. Pugliese that quick over-the-top delivery. Right in on Heathcott, who couldn't pull the trigger. No balls, 2 strikes. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And Pugliese steps off. 9-2 Sugarland here in the 6th in game 1. Pugliese is set with it. Delivers. Change up. Hit in the air. Center field. Witherspoon backs up. It'll sail right to him. This will score a run. Catch is made. Chavez tags from 3rd and jogs home. And Heathcott had 2 strikes on him, but put good wood on it. Sac fly to dead center. And it is 10-2. Sugarland now 10 unanswered the last 3 innings. Cordero did stay at 2nd base on that play. He's there with 2 outs. And here is Juan Silverio out of the number 8 spot in the order. 1 for 2, a single, a walk, and 2 runs. First pitch from Pugliese, a foul tip back to the netting. There is still a chance, I suppose, that game 2 could be impacted in some way, but time will tell. There's the 0-1, and it's just outside, a cutter. Both teams have kind of labored through game 1. Both teams in the bullpen early. There's the 1-1, and he yanks it in the dirt. Clark able to knock it down, though, and actually make a clean pick on it. 2 balls and a strike. We started at noon today in order to have the best chance to get this doubleheader in before any evening weather or late afternoon. The 2-1 and a changeup in the dirt. Clark handles this one as well. It's been all Sugarland, unfortunately, though. Last 3 innings at least. 10-2, they lead it. Puglisi bent forward. He's got his sign. The 3-1 and a changeup got it across, called strike. Silverio's second game played since signing. Last played in Mexico 2 years ago. Former White Sox and Reds farmhand made it to AAA. His time is asked for. Played in his home country of the Dominican Republic during summers past as well. As he grips the bat, looking to get a little more pine tar in the gloves, Puglisi steps off. Now we're ready. And the payoff pitch, swinging a foul tip off the glove of Clark. Oh, they're going to call catcher's interference on him. As Silverio reaches. And that's the 4th of those on Clark this year, the 5th on the Revs. Got a piece of the glove on that swing. And it's first and second for Alvaro Rondon. Clark likes to get up there with that big target. He's also a bigger catcher with a bigger wingspan, and that might be a reason that it's happened to him so much compared to others. First pitch to Rondon. He swings, lifts a pop-up, and back of third into foul ground goes Cuevas, and he is there. Rondon jam, floats the foul pop-up. It is caught, and the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 men left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th in game 1. It's the Skeeters 10, the Revs 2.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland and go online to fuscoprobaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Bottom of the 6th, 10-2, Sugarland in front. And hearing Jacoby Jones from last year there reminds me to remind you that between games we will air our interview with Jamal Lewis from last night. We've got Mace on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report between games as well. New pitcher for the Skeeters is right-hander Alex Wimmers. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Cuevas will lead things off. He's singled and walked. First pitch misses down and away. Cuevas, Clark, Mitchell coming up. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Lancaster and Southern Maryland, it's not going to happen. 1-0. That is down and away. They tried. Lancaster had an early 1-0 lead. Rain came. They did not get far in that one. They started at noon and shortly thereafter delayed and now called. The 2-0. That's across for a strike. That's what we hope doesn't impact us later on. The line from Wimmers, the 2-1. It is just outside. Later on, Road Warriors at New Britain, Somerset at Long Island. Over in the Liberty, Somerset up 3 in the standings on the Ducks, having won the first 2. The pitch. And a swing and a pop foul. That'll sail up onto the roof. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rick just did a birthday announcement. Gibby had one yesterday. Our GM, they had an incredible video board slide up for him.
That one was pretty cool.
Here's a swing and a shot out toward right center. Heathcott coming over from right, though, and it'll stay up for him to grab it. 1 down. Cuevas retired for the first time today.
They had a couple throwback picks on that board for Gibby's birthday.
We'll bring on Tyler Clark, who has struck out and walked. Gibby had some hair back in the day. I mean, not that he doesn't now. He's
a good flow going.
He's got some, but yeah, he had the flow. Pitch to Clark is a called strike on the outer edge. Revs with Luke Westfall up. Get him some action in the 7th inning. Looking ahead to game 2, Sanchez did go 6 innings in his last start. Now the pitch, and a swing and a miss, a cutter. I'm sorry, I announced Wimmers this inning. He'd come on in the 5th. So looking to give them multiple frames. There's the wind, the 0-2, and that misses in the dirt, picked out by Cordero. Nice of me to join us.
Yeah. We got a long day ahead of us, too.
Yeah, got to pace yourself. You don't want to dial it in too much just yet. Here's the 1-2, and it's chopped foul down past Polo, who is contracted to use my golf clubs at the Brooks Robinson Classic tomorrow.
It was a 1-day contract?
It is, and he best return them.
That's a lot better than having to rent some clubs for a day. That'll run you up a bill.
It'll be his 1 day of golf for the year. Pitch to Clark. It is just outside, 2-2.
How is Polo on the links?
Well, he has fun.
What about the rest of the coaching staff?
Well, here's the pitch to Clark. Breaking ball, strike 3 called, and he knew it. Mace has been really good, but he's battling that knee thing that he's got going on, so I don't know how he'll fare. But Fletch, actually, I don't think is too into it. He strikes you as an outdoorsman, but I think fishing is far and away his passion, not so much golf. A lot of guys like both. Here's Mitchell. He swings, fouls the first one back. Fletch doesn't miss a chance to go fishing, I know that.
Well, he might be out on the pond on the course.
He might. Mitchell today 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. 10-2 Sugarland in the 6th. The 0-1. That's high and tight. Another game to come. Roughly a half hour after the first one ends. Not an hour like the other night. It was the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball. And unlike earlier this week, we actually moved our start time up for the doubleheader. Take note. It's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Wimmers went off speed. He really changed speeds effectively in that inning. And works a 1-2-3-6 with 2 strikeouts. 2 scoreless innings for the right-hander as game 1 goes to the 7th. Sugarland on top 10-2.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro, offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 7th inning in game 1, Luke Westfall takes over. He'll get some work. Hasn't had a lot here lately. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. 10-2 Sugarland. The last time that Westfall was in was Thursday for 2/3 of an inning over in Lancaster. Did have an inning the night before that. A lot of guys could use some work now. It's amazing how very quickly you can go from guys having too much work to guys really needing some work. Had the rain out yesterday. They actually only used 2 relievers Thursday in Lancaster. They did use 4 to piece together the 1-0 win Friday, but here is Barrett Barnes at the top of the order. First pitch from Westfall, ripped the other way. Casillas slides, he's got it, drops it, and won't make a throw. And Barnes is on for the 4th time. And if they call it a hit, it's number 4. It will be. It's an infield hit. Alexi was there, he had it, lunging and then into a slide, sort of tumbling over to his left. And now some umbrellas pop up. Huh, that came out of nowhere. 4 for 5 on the day for Barrett Barnes, who came in hitting 139 his previous 10. Here's Jan Santee, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. A little light drizzle coming down. First pitch, it is a slider for a strike from Westfall. Barnes now 4 for 5, 2 homers, double, 5 driven in. Grand slam home run 2 innings ago. It was the 0-1, and it misses down low. The fastball from Luke. Jan Santee 0 for 3 with a walk. Skeeters now have righty Vicente Campos up in their bullpen. Suffered the loss Friday night, 1-0. Pitch, it is swung on and missed, a slider. Ball and 2 strikes. On our Wellspan Sports Medicine Injury Report, Revs have DeGiulio and Goss out for the year with the elbow surgeries. Stretch from Westfall, fires, and a grounder foul, third base side. Now, found out good news on Severino. He slipped on a landing the other night, and we'll hear from Mason between games. There really isn't much wrong with him. He He grimaced, and Mace didn't want to take any chance. He was over 70 pitches through 5 already, and he will make his next start. So, no issue to be concerned with that back. Light rain continuing as Westfall stares in and ready. Now the 1-2, way outside. Clark really had to reach. And he needed that wingspan there, way high and to his right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And folks, little by little, heading upstairs to get out of the rain. Some umbrellas popping up. But it's already lessened in intensity. The 2-2 and a foul back off the netting. We'll do it again. 10 runs, 15 hits, no errors for Sugar Land. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for York. Barring an 8-run inning, this will even the series. Revs will play 7 in Sugar Land beginning Friday night. The 2-2 and a swing and a high fly, shallow left. Dotel races in and still coming. He calls off Dent almost to the infield dirt as Dotel came busting in, and he made a one-hand basket grab right in front of Dent, 1 away.
That ball was pretty much at Dent. That ended up close to him, but Dotel taking charge out there in the outfield, making the grab.
Now 1 down. Here is Derek Norris, who's had a big day. 2 for 4. Homer in the first, 2-run double in the 4th. He's driven in 3. On the first pitch, swings and chops it. Off the mound goes Luke, can't get there. He'll head to first. Tejeda flips to him. Westfall, bare hand grab with his foot on first base. What a play. 2 down in the inning. Barnes heads to second, and Westfall handles it. Norris, a late swing. He got tied up on it, chopped it on the dirt in front of the plate. Westfall unable to get to it coming off the mound. And then he turned his route, went to cover first. Tejeda flipped it to him. A bare hand grab. Inky's going to come out and question whether or not Luke was indeed on first base. That was close. Fortunately, he and Norris didn't get feet entangled.
Well, at least a good thing for Inky. His team's up 8, so
yeah.
Sure he won't lose sleep over that call.
I thought for a moment Juice Gums at third was telling Inky not to argue, but he's seeing that from clear across the diamond, so it's probably something else that he was signaling. Now the umpires are going to get together. Where's the third ump?
Maybe talking to LJ about the radar?
Maybe. Warren Nicholson has disappeared. So we've got one umpire on the bases, which is J.B. Torres. He made that call, and it will stand. 2 outs, Barnes at second. Courtney Hawkins, the hitter, 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 Ks. Westfall looking for a scoreless inning. He'll toss in for a new ball. Time asked for, ball loose from the Skeeters bullpen and left. That was the most emphatic timeout call for a loose ball I've ever seen from a plate ump.
I was wondering what the heck was going on, why he jumped out of home plate so aggressively. I didn't know if there was like a lightning strike or what.
I was startled. Westfall ready, first pitch, fastball low and away, ball 1.
Well, the Skeeters are all, the ones that are in the dugout are all back. The Revs, everyone on the top step, so they're clearly not affected by the rain. Skeeter's not liking it.
Now the 1-0. Swinging a grounder, yanked foul, third base side. For Nicholson to not be out there makes you wonder if he wasn't feeling well. There would be plenty of time in between games to get the gear on. He is scheduled to have the plate in game 2. Right now, a 2-man crew out there. Westfall sets with it. The 1-1. Breaking ball called strike. as he broke that slider right over the outer black. One and two. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swinging a deep drive to left field. Down the line for Hawkins, and it is fair. It's gone. About 5 feet inside the foul pole, and it sails over the arch nemesis. Courtney Hawkins, his 16th home run of the year, a 2-run shot, and it's 12-2. Sugarland with their 5th home run as a team in this game.
Well, it's been a slugfest. It really has. There's a hanger right there that Hawkins mashes. He didn't miss it. He hasn't shown a ton of power against the Revs this season, but he finally got one over the wall against York. But I guess get them all out of the way in one game. That's my analysis there. Just let it all happen in one game.
Well, that would be fine, I suppose, at this point. I wouldn't have said that earlier, but now we are where we are. Here's Matt Chavez. He swings, chips one on the ground up the middle. Dent sliding play. Off balance throw, but it pulls Tejeda off. And it bounces to the sidewall, kicks all the way back toward first, stays in play. It'll be an infield hit for Chavez, who's 4 for 5, joining Barnes with 4 hits. That home run from Hawkins indeed is first against York, and his 16 on the year ties Blake Galen again for the league lead.
Well, the Revs have helped out the league leaders over the last week. Galen had the 2. Hawkins 1 now. But if you're the Revs, you have to look at it as, all right, Sugarland just came out and hit the cover off the ball today. Would like to get that walk total down a bit. But Sugarland's just hitting the ball well. It's been throughout the game.
They're going to say that ball did go out of play, so it's an infield hit and an error on Dent. And here's a grounder up the middle and a base hit for Cordero into center. They will stop Chavez at third. He wasn't running well a couple of innings ago when Dent did rob him. Saw him gimp off toward the dugout back in the 5th, and they stop him at third base on a play that otherwise he probably would be sent on. It's first and third, and Slade Heathcott the hitter.
And Cordero now with 4 hits in the game.
Jeez. 3 Skeeters with 4. As a team, they have 18. They came in today leading the league in hitting, 271, but they were only 247 against York. First pitch to Heathcott, a late swing and a foul tip into the mitt on that fastball. Unfortunately, that number has gone up here today. Heathcott 1 for 3, single run and a sac fly. 0-1, and a swing and a miss, a slider. Westfall trying to end this half of the game, the pitching half, and the Revs regroup for game 2. Here's the 0-2, and it's in the dirt, a slider. A wild card for the Skeeters in game 2 with Kubo pitching. We have not seen him, understand that he's funky. And now some rain picks up again. There's the 1-2. Swinging a deep drive the other way. Down the line and left, it's slicing, and this one is foul. As that one fades wide of the foul pole in left. Heathcott took aim at an opposite field homer. 1-2 it remains. Again, some rain picking up at a pretty steady clip. But the tarp crew not gathered, so I guess they weren't ready to call for that. Might be just a passing thing. Westfall again set, and the pitch. Breaking ball, and it's scraped foul over toward the on-deck hitter, who is Juan Silverio. 1-2 it stays. Westfall to stretch. And the pitch. And a slider just missed away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of long innings for the Revs in this game today. Westfall now at 21 pitches here in the 7th. And he sets, delivers, swing and a miss. Got him on a high fastball to end the inning. Fastball at 92 finishes it. But the Skeeters with 2 runs on 4 hits. 1 error, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 7th in Game 1. Sugarland on top, 12-2.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Revs trailed 12-2. Rain really picked up between innings there. It's kind of off and on in intensity. It continues to fall. A little bit of a light mist at the moment. Alexi Casilla will lead things off. Vicente Campos is the new pitcher for Sugarland. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Casilla 2 for 3 with a double and a run today. And the first pitch in the bottom of the 7th is in for a strike. Casilla, Tejeda, and Mesa coming up. Revs did hand Campos a loss Friday night. It was the 0-1. And a swing and a ground ball slapped to short. Up with it is Rondon. He'll fire to first in time. And there is one away. Pitcher of record sounds like it's going to be Dan Runzler, who got the final 2 outs in the 4th. Revs were only down 4-2 at the time. They had a pair of leadoff walks from Mark Haynes, then a sac bunt from Mitchell, which set him up to where a hit would have potentially tied it, but Runzler got out of that. And then Sugarland blew it open. Here's Tejeda, who's 1 for 3. First pitch, swings, pops it straight up, and fouls straight back. Apparently that made it onto the roof. I was waiting for a thud. Tejeda 1 for 3 with a run today. And the 0-1. It is a called strike. Fastball from Campos, 6'3" righty. Revs rallied with 2 outs in the 7th off of him the other night for a run. The 0-2. And a breaking ball in the dirt. His own balk helped set up that run. 2-out single from Witherspoon, a balk, and then Mitchell able to bring him home on a base hit. 5th game for Campos with Sugarland. He winds, delivers, And a swing and a high chop right there up the middle at second. Jansanti, he gloves, throws to first, 2 down. Once again, he plays a right-hand hitter to pull it way up the middle, and he was right there. And Melky Mesa to the plate with 2 outs in the 7th. Campos with Sugarland, 4 innings, 1 run. That run coming Friday night. He was in the Diamondback system earlier in the year and the Angels system. Here's Mesa. First pitch, fastball, it's a strike. Mesa 0 for 2 with a walk today. Another game to come. The 0-1 inside. Mesa has to twist away. That was a little too close for comfort. He then goes stumbling backward way across home plate after that near miss, right past the ribs. The tarp crew never did gather. Rain has pretty much stopped again, but wonder if it's going to be on and off going forward. A couple folks coming back toward their seats. Umbrellas still up. There's the wind, the pitch, and a swing and a bounce foul, third base side, and Mesa looked like he kind of slipped and spun a little with his back foot on that swing. 1-2.
The playing surface isn't going to get any better today with that shower that just came through. It already wasn't good at all because of it pouring pretty much all day yesterday.
Now the wind and the 1-2. Swinging a high fly, center field, hit pretty well, but Barnes is back, angling toward right center, fairly deep, and he'll put it away. 1-2-3, 7th inning for Campos to end it, and the Skeeters take game 1 of the doubleheader by a final score of 12-2. We'll take a timeout. Post game, in between games coming up. We'll hear from both Mace and Jamal Lewis, who was in town last night. Our interview with the Super Bowl champ from the Ravens. 12-2 the final. Back after this.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs fall by a final score of 12-2 in Game 1. In between games, we've got the chopper drop for the Candy, rescheduled from last Sunday. It was unfortunate last week. There was one pop-up storm at the launch site for the aircraft, so while it was sunny here, they weren't able to get the helicopter up and do that. They rescheduled it for this Sunday, and it is en route as kids fill out onto the warning track in the outfield, and we'll get set for a good time in the outfield on this Sunday fun day. They will run the bases between games as well, as LJ and his crew are getting the home plate area ready meanwhile for Game 2. And you know what? I was wrong. I guess due to the weather, the chopper itself is not coming through, but Revs staff is making it rain candy out in the outfield, and the kids will come out shortly and have a nice little July candy hunt out in the field. So I guess the chopper will be rescheduled yet again, as we just can't get out of Mother Nature's way here in 2018. But we'll recap the game. Revs fall to 6-6. Sugar Land improves to 8-4 in the second half, that is, and Revs now 2 games back in the division. They're also now 4-7 against the Skeeters, and they certainly will hope to fare better than that with 7 games ahead in Texas next week, and 1 more coming up here with the first pitch about 30 minutes from now or so. But recapping things, the Skeeters struck first early as Barrett Barnes led off with a home run to left on the game's 3rd pitch. 2 batters later, Derek Norris hit one out to left as well, and Sugar Land a 2-0 lead in the top of the 1st inning. In the bottom of the 1st, the Revs would answer. They made Craig Sitton throw 32 pitches in his half of the 1st inning. Casilla doubled with 1 out. Tejeda reached on an infield hit. A walk to Mesa loaded the bases. Dotel singled home a run, and Witherspoon a sac fly to bring home another run, and that tied the game at 2-2 as the race is on in the outfield for all the loose candy littered about. So the Revs and Skeeters tied it 2 at the end of an inning, and things kind of settled down the next couple of frames. Mitch Atkins scoreless in the 2nd and 3rd. Same for Sitton, who was finished after 3 innings, giving up 6 hits, but only 2 runs. Atkins came back to begin the 4th, obviously. He is 5th in the league in innings, but today, one of his shorter starts, and with it only being a 7-inning game, when Mace started the sense that he maybe didn't have his best stuff today or best command, he went to the bullpen in the 4th, knowing that he didn't have to get that many innings out of the bullpen, but Sugar Land scored twice before they made the move and took a 4-2 lead. Silverio led off with a base hit. Tejeda made a great play on a bunt, diving in front of Atkins, who kind of had to awkwardly sidestep him, and they did check on Mitch briefly, and he was okay to stay in. But Barrett Barnes followed with a double off the arch nemesis, made it 2nd and 3rd. Mitch got a big strikeout of Anthony Jansanti for the 2nd out, but Derek Norris came through on a 2-run double down the left field line, and that gave the Skeeters a 4-2 lead. Revs threatened to again answer. Remember, in the 1st, Sugar Land scored 2. York answered with 2. In the 4th, Sugar Land scoring 2, and the Revs made a bid. They were 1 base hit away from getting that jam, got the win. And meanwhile, Sugar Land would blow it